Okay, good afternoon, family. How's everybody doing today? I'm hoping that everybody's doing well. I look a little crazy today. The wind, as you can probably hear in the background, is whipping around pretty good. It's pretty warm. Skies are filling up with chemtrails like immediately this morning. So, what I'm going to be talking about today is totally tied up in that as well. It appears that there's this multifaceted approach to this shift that we're having. It's just occurred. It kind of, I think it started occurring in its strength about 3 days ago. I didn't really understand it until yesterday and the day before. And today I had even better grasp on it, so I thought I would just go ahead and share. I'm still working on a dessert dish video. I was going to air that today, but I felt like this took precedence because we're in a very interesting place right now. And this is what occurred to me. It's what I felt, it's what I've experienced, so I'm going to share it with you. And if anybody else is experiencing this, it's for you as well. I can't think of anything else other than a shift, and it's been coming about very gradually since I got here in the desert. But the biggest, I'd say, hit of it has been in the last 72 hours. One thing I would just really like to say to you is that we are in this. It is on. There is no time that is short anymore. There is no turning back. It's too late if you haven't caught this wave. If you're not there, you're not there. It doesn't mean that your ascension process won't continue or you won't go where you need to. But if you don't understand what I'm saying today and you feel like there's other things you have to get together in your life, or I don't want it to sound negative, but all I can tell you is that it's too late to be from a perspective of get on or get off the horse. If you're on the horse, you're on the horse. If you're not, you're not. And I don't know how else to put it. I don't want it to sound negative, but seriously, we're in it. This has begun. Tribulation, end times, whatever you want to call it. And I know I've heard other YouTubers being careful what they say because videos are being flagged for certain terminology. So hopefully I don't say anything that tips this off, because I have been having problems with subscribers not getting notifications and subscribers actually being removed from my channel and just different things. So I'll try to post this in all kinds of places. I'll get you people that are listening to it to share it. If you are part of this channel and you've subscribed, share it so that it does get moved around, so that maybe it will be seen by the people that need to see it. Okay, so we're in this. Watch the skies. Really, really, really watch the skies. Keep your eyes up and open every day. Check, check, check. Look for differences in lights, in sky formation, clouds, chemtrails, different spots the sun, the moon is in, that the stars have changed. Gotta fly, dang it. Anyways, so really watch the skies. That's imperative right now. We have just shifted into something, and I'll go into what it feels like for me in just a little bit, but it's kind of like third, fourth, fifth thing. I think that for me, personally, third dimension is it's not even a thing anymore. So right now, I think something's going on between the fourth and the fifth for me personally, and this may be something the rest of you are experiencing. And if you're not, then there's some things you need to get in check, and you will probably start to experience this shift as well. I think that for the rest of this month, and maybe into the equinox of next month, this shift will still be occurring. This shift will still be affecting those that haven't quite caught up yet, but I'm not totally sure. But if this is you and you're feeling some of these things, then I've got some instructions for you, some things to do. And I've said it before that everything means something. And I mean everything means something. I mean, I'm watching right down to even the ants and the hornets that are around my campsite, the things people are saying, little nuances I'm feeling. Everything, every single thing is a clear, an indicator, and a messenger. And I was just speaking to another fellow camp person that was here today, Tina, and we were talking about some things. She was sharing with me some visions that she had, and I was sharing with her some things, and we both just realized in that moment as we were talking to each other that there's puzzle pieces and they're coming together. And you know that feeling you get when you put your jigsaw puzzle together and you're getting close and you're starting to see the picture, come together? the pieces aren't all there yet, but you can tell that they're coming together in some clarity. Oh, this piece. Oh, look. Oh, I just found this one I've been looking for. And you tuck it in, and you pretty soon you're starting to see that you're getting close to the end of this puzzle, making a clear picture. Now, I don't mean close as in a month from now, even 6 months from now, but I'm talking about some clarity coming across the board where things are starting to come together and understanding. So there's that as well. So really, really keep your eyes open and don't negate anything that comes across your table. Trust this right here, the heart. When you feel it, when you see it, don't second guess that, especially you dessert dishes. And you know who you are. And once again, if you don't know what that means, go flip through my video list and find the one that says, "Are you a slave to your heart?" Because that's the beginning of the dessert dish video. So go check it out if you feel drawn. If not, don't worry about it. But anybody who gets a heart signal, pay attention. Pay very close attention to those little subtle things inside your heart. I just wrote down the date on my notes, which is 8/22, 2019, which is really awesome because that's 444 and then 333, which for my number experience and what it means for me is this is about mission. This is about Christ consciousness. So hello, pretty awesome. I didn't plan on doing this video today, so it was just interesting to me. Okay, some physical changes are taking place in this shift. You may have noticed some of this, and I have noticed it in spades. This started about a week and a half ago for me as far as the physical part, and this is just for you ladies. Gentlemen, if you're listening, if you don't want to hear any graphic lady-like stuff, then go ahead and cover your ears because I'm just going to share this real quick. Women, because I am a woman. I don't know about you men. Maybe if you men have noticed something, get out and start talking to your buddies about it too. But if you've noticed that your menstrual cycle this month has been like something crazy twisted that is like completely opposite of what you usually experience. Now that may differ for everybody because we all have different processes we go through. For me, that was like really heavy bleeding. Really, no cramps, no pain, just intense, heavy. I mean, it's considered hemorrhaging, I would say. And this is, once again, this is too much information for some people, but I don't want people to freak out if this is happening to them, because I have come to the other side of it and realized that this is actually intentional. It's happening because our bodies are changing once again. We're leveling up once again. So, I've had some friends share with me that they've had either an internal coldness and an external heat happening, or the opposite of that, or absolutely zero menstrual cycle at all, and like there's nothing there. It depends on what is normal for you. If all of a sudden out of nowhere it's completely flip-flopped and it's completely untraditional for you, take a breath and recognize that this is normal. Now for the rest of everybody else, there's this shift, and I can't explain it. I thought something was really wrong with me. I thought maybe there was something medically going on with me, but then once again, just last night I was reassured by Father that this is just ascension processes, and this shift in energy that's happened, this thing that is upon us, the way this game has just kind of went like this. And I say that on purpose because that's exactly how I've been feeling. In the physical balance, I literally wake up and I feel like this. I feel even when I'm walking, and I thought maybe it was like a blood sugar thing, or something was going on with my electrolytes, being in the desert, different climate. But honestly, I don't think it is that. Matter of fact, as of today, I know it's not that. I have moved and shifted along with Gaia, along with this movement, into a place that I've not been in before. And I noticed that when I woke up, my vision is different. Things look different. Someone described it as being cartoon-like. Like an etherealness, not really real, but yet it is real. You know it's real. It's just, I don't know. Everything looks different and it feels different. And I do feel like I'm walking like this. I feel off balance physically, literally like I'm off balance. And when I walk, you know how you usually feel this when you walk? I feel this. I can't explain it another way. It feels like I'm walking on one of those treadmills. It's moving for you, but you walk on it too. So it just moves you a little bit faster. That kind of whooshing feeling, I feel that everywhere I go. A little bit dizziness, just the sense that I keep grabbing onto things. I'm going to get a walking stick. I'm going to cut it and carve it and get it ready because I just feel a little topsy-turvy physically. I would also describe it like if the gravity on the planet changed somehow just for one person, and it kind of released me a little bit. Like it's not grabbing me quite as tight, and I feel like the planet shifted this way and I'm kind of onto the side of it. And it feels like if I really thought about it hard enough, I just might fall off. I don't, but it feels like that. It's a very strange sensation. Also, my circulatory system has been having problems. I've been having swelling in my ankles. My fluid retention is having trouble. I'm not processing fluids very well. And the heart palpitations are back. These flip-flop, flippity things that are going on in my chest, on and off. Now, they have reduced greatly in the last like 12 hours. And I'll tell you about what has reduced. All my symptoms have settled down a little bit, and they don't feel nefarious. They don't feel like I should be concerned about them anymore. I wasn't really concerned before. I just was like, what's going on? So there's that. And then a euphoria, a sense of almost disconnectedness. Like I feel like I'm a little bit, I don't know, stoned. I don't know what it is, but I just feel like it's like a low blood sugar thing, but it's not low blood sugar. It just feels a little detached. So there are some of the things that I've been experiencing. The one thing I discovered this morning, and Father whispered to it very quietly, is to accept these processes and embrace these physical changes. As soon as you do, you're going to see and feel this huge release of just kind of a settling into them. They haven't gone away, but I am settled into them, and it's starting to feel more like it's normal now as opposed to being so alien and unusual. This all began for me about 3 days ago, and some other things came in, massive confirmations on these energies. Now, spiritually, there's another aspect to this, and there's just this sense. There's no other word to describe it except for abandonment. There's just this sense of a feeling, either group-wise with the people that are around you, in your job, in your family, whatever circumstances it is, that you've been left high and dry. It's a spiritual sense that you've just been abandoned, that you don't have resource. You're basically out in the desert all by yourself, and nobody cares, and nobody's coming to your rescue. Not that this is real, but it's just this sense, and it could be coming from all kinds of different areas in your life. I know that it's come from all different aspects of mine, and it was a really, really hard thing to process. For a couple of days, about 4 days ago, it was excruciating, and I just kept plugging away. And of course, Father spoke to me very clearly, and as soon as I did what he told me to do for my internal work, everything evened out, and I could see clearly what it was about, and just to walk through it so I could share it. That you're all alone, like that you are just on your own. No one's coming. Father doesn't really see you. This whole thing that you've been thinking about, this shift, this end game, it's not what's really happening. You've just been following a wild goose chase, and you're toast. And without any resource. Your resources are being threatened. The things that you need to... Okay, well, that was interesting. I'm touching on something big, I guess, because I just got this huge ring in my ears. Both ears. Okay, so this must be really important, that you're without resource. Okay, on these three things, this abandonment, you're all alone and without resource. Don't believe it. It is being presumed. It is being presented to you from the negatives, from the opposition, from the negative part of the duality. Don't believe it. The minute that you realize what it is and you don't believe it, you're going to see that it's a smokescreen trying to derail you, because we are right on the cusp of something big. The next movement of this end game is upon us. And I say watch the skies, because we are not alone. We are not without resource. We have not been abandoned. And there has been some information out there from the cosmic side of it, if you're involved in any of that, talking about the planetary systems and the legions and the armadas of other worldly beings that are coming here for our help, for our benefit. That they're not going to be doing that anytime soon, because we're not ready. I believe that there is some truth to some of it, but there's also weeds in there, and it's also helping with this sense of abandonment, that we as a people in this end game have done something wrong, or that we're not in the right place. It's not true. Don't believe it. Your Father sees everything, and he sees you, and you know who you are. I'm looking at you right now, and you know in your heart you've been questioning this, and you know that you feel abandoned. You know that you feel like you're alone, and you feel like your resources are being pulled out from underneath you, and you're thinking, how can I even do this if this is the case? It's not true. Don't believe it. You are surrounded by angelic and beautiful, benevolent beings all over the place, in both in this realm as well as outside of the stratosphere. Everywhere. Everyone is lining up. Things are lining up. That is why the shift is being felt the way that it is. We are moving into a higher place of resonance and of frequency. And the negatives don't want you to believe that. So they're going to try to present everything they can to keep you from accepting what's happening. So all these things that are coming in, anything that you feel that is just caught you off guard, don't believe it if the attributes are negative. Don't believe it if it speaks against what your truth has been telling you all along. Do not believe it. Believe is such a huge thing. What you believe is because of the creation that you are. Don't believe it. So I think that's pretty much it for this. I can't think of anything else other than the spiritual part of this is more important than the physical, obviously, because I felt a very strong presence of something beautiful saying to me, yes, bring that home. Don't believe it. That's all I can say to you is don't believe it. Okay, some things that you need to do. I did forget about that. I didn't write it in my notes. Stay hydrated, and I mean hyper hydrated. Drink lots and lots of water. Rest. When you get this turbulent feeling going on, just rest. Listen to your body. But don't rest to the point where you don't move at all, because that's something I was doing. I was feeling so wiped out. Oh my gosh, so wiped out that I just sat and did nothing because I was so just apparently weak feeling. But then I realized that movement, I got the clear indicator through some messages through other venues and plus spoken into my heart that movement's really important. Not anything crazy like aerobics or anything, but go for a walk in the morning and go for a walk at night when it's cool and comfortable and you're in a peaceful state. Keep your body moving, but it doesn't have to be aggressive, just some movement. So rest, water, and movement. And it's funny because there it is again. That's like some kind of a trinity. Rest, movement, and water. Yeah, you need those three things right now. And when you give yourself those three things, you'll realize that you're actually not weak. I felt like I was weak, like it was a blood sugar thing or a lack of energy, or I'd lost so much iron that I wasn't able to do. But in doing, I'm finding that I have plenty of energy to do it. It just feels different. It doesn't feel like it used to. I feel like gravity has let me go a little bit. Like when I walk, I'm just a little bit more, whew. I can't explain it any other way. So if you're experiencing these things, take heart and know that this is coming about. I don't know what else I'm going to get, but as I receive this information and I walk through other things, I will definitely be bringing it to share it to you. I wanted to take this opportunity to tell you thank you, everyone who supported me financially, that actually sent some money. Just, even if it was $1, it doesn't matter. It's not the amount, it's the fact that you actually reached out. It touched me greatly, and it just reassured me that these things are not accurate and do not believe them. We are fully being held. Father has all of us in his hands. There are plenty of reinforcements here, including you. You're part of those reinforcements if you're awake and you're listening to this and hearing this. So thank you. I'm going to be posting once again the link underneath for both Raven Rock Ranch and for myself personally, because apparently working is not going to be in the bag right now, because I've applied for work and I'm hearing nothing back. It just seems to be getting shut down. So I will keep going forward just in case I'm supposed to, because really I have no other choice to try to find a way to support myself until some other things come through, which we're waiting for. But until then, once again, if you feel led, you follow your own heart. And for Raven Rock Ranch as well, because there's definitely things that need to be done out here, and we're working off the resources that we have, and they're not, they're a little limited at the moment. So there's that. So thank you everybody so much for that. And I'll be back probably very soon, because I think that this thing is going to be quick. I think these things are going to be coming about. Keep your eyes open. Everything means something. Accept what's happening. No fear. Keep your ego in check. Big time. Super important. Love you, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll be talking to you again soon.